Today, we're diving into a book that's over 2,500 years old, but it's been the secret weapon for emperors, generals, and, believe it or not, modern-day CEOs. We're talking about Sun Tzu's The Art of War. We're going to find out how its ancient strategies aren't just for the battlefield, but for winning the challenges in your life.
So right off the bat, you're probably thinking, how can an ancient military guide, a book about chariots and sieges, possibly help me today? It sounds like a total paradox, right? But uncovering that connection is exactly why we're here. And the answer is what makes this book absolutely timeless.
So first, let's just get a sense of the massive scale of this book's influence. We're tracing its journey all the way from ancient battlefields right into the modern boardroom. And listen, this is not some dusty old book sitting on a shelf. It's a living document, a playbook that has shaped history for centuries. And get this, The Art of War is considered one of the 100 most important books in all of human history. That puts it right up there with the works of the world's greatest thinkers. That alone tells you how powerful and profound its ideas really are. Its influence has lasted for 2,500 years. Just let that sink in for a second. These are ideas so fundamental, so powerful, that they've outlasted entire empires, dynasties, and revolutions. And they're just as relevant today as they were 2.5 millennia ago. And its legacy? Well, it's defined by the people who've used it. It starts with the master himself, Sun Tzu. Then it travels west with French missionaries, gets into the hands of Napoleon, gets studied by the German general staff, and eventually becomes required reading for strategists in America and Japan. This isn't just a book, it's literally a guide for winners.
Okay, so if it's not just about fighting, what is this book really about? Let's peel back the layers and get to the true heart of Sun Tzu's philosophy.
At its core, The Art of War is a guide to strategy itself. It's about how to handle conflict and reach your goals while losing as little as possible. And yeah, it's often called the holy book for military studies, but its real power is that its principles are universal. They apply way beyond any battlefield. And this is where we get to the real genius of Sun Tzu. It's a philosophy of victory that has almost nothing to do with combat. He completely flips the script on what it means to win, and honestly, it's a way of thinking that's still revolutionary today. Most of us think of conflict as a direct clash. It's about brute force, you charge in, you fight, and the strongest person wins. But Sun Tzu teaches a totally different way. He says that true mastery isn't in that confrontation, it's in the careful planning that helps you avoid a costly fight in the first place. And this quote reveals a crucial secret. Sun Tzu's strategy is, at its heart, defensive. The number one goal is to make yourself unbeatable first, to secure your own position so that you simply cannot lose. Because look, winning is the goal, for sure, but avoiding defeat is the foundation that every single victory is built on. And here it is. This is the absolute peak of Sun Tzu's wisdom. The highest level of skill, the ultimate victory, is to win without ever having to fight at all. It's about using your position, your knowledge, and your strategy so perfectly that the battle is won before it even begins. That is true mastery.
So the big question is, how do we take this epic, ancient wisdom and actually use it in our day-to-day lives? Let's break down how these principles apply to the modern challenges, the personal wars that we all face.
The battlefields might look different now, but trust me, the game is the same. These strategies are being used all the time in business, in politics, even in sports. But more importantly, they apply to your life, whether you're in a job negotiation, having a difficult conversation, or just trying to make a big decision. And what's so incredible is that this way of thinking scales up perfectly. It's a framework that works if you're managing a personal problem, leading a team, running a business, or even governing a country. The core ideas of preparation, smart positioning, and avoiding unnecessary conflict are completely universal. So, this all comes down to a final question for you. Think about the challenges you're dealing with right now. In your career, with your personal goals and your relationships. What is the war that you're fighting? And now, how are you going to win it? Are you going to use brute force, or will you use a strategy so smart, so brilliant, that the victory feels almost effortless? That choice is